And hey, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Today it is RoxAnne Lava's Monday Mission. And what we are going to do here is we are going to talk about branding. And I am just putting a message here in the chat. And you know that I am the only person here, so having that in there is kind of difficult. Anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about today is, as we've been talking about sort of all summer, a lot of roads are starting to come together for me and melding my shoe business with my consulting business. And so I am actually working on a new model that is going to pull it all together into a service product that is going to be priced appropriately for a lot of people. And I think that it's going to work really, really super well. So I'm really excited about that. And today what I wanted to share with you, and I am going to share my screen, is that we are going to look at getting your brand. So one of the hardest things is to create your brand logo. And you may not be able to do that yourself. And you may not want to do that in terms of having to hire a person who is a graphic designer to help you with that. You may not have the funds for that. So what I wanted to share with you was, while I can do graphic design and I am, educated in graphic design, one of the things that I did when I did both the Ono, which is my consultancy logo, and my RoxAnne Lava logo, is I used an online service. And so today what I wanted to show you is this online service. Now, there are many of them out there, but when I first did my logos, there were not as many. And I selected this one called Taylor Brands. And so you just go to taylorbrands.com, and I'm going to walk you through the process here of what I'm kind of toying with. So my project is really about doing it's about visual merchandising. This is really what my forte is. It's really what I'm known for. It's one of the things that I do super well. So one of the things that I would like to do here is set up a service that is called the VM Club. So what I've done is I've done vm-club.com. So I own that. I'm starting to add information into that, and I've found another web service that I think I'm going to use to set the whole thing up. But much more on that probably later, because it's really not about making. But here's what I wanted to say is, you go to Taylor Brands and you choose what kind of product you want this for. So I'm going to go for a service, and I'm going to click next. And my consultancy is really about retail coaching. So maybe we're going to see coaching. I'll try this one. And I'm going to say what it is. Okay, and maybe I want to rephrase this. I think what I want to say is business coaching for. Okay, so now it's going to give me some other options. Now, do I want this to be name-based? Do I want it to be initial-based? Or do I want it to be icon-based? So I'll tell you, I've been playing around with this for a while, and I did name-based, I did initial-based, and I have not yet done icon-based. So let's just see if we can come up with an icon-based And I'm just going to try with a geometric shape, maybe, that says retail store to me. I don't know. None of these really look kind of right to me, but maybe I kind of like this guy. So let's just try this guy here. And we're going to see what we like. So now we go into styles that we like. So I happen to like trendy. I happen to like retro. And I happen to kind of like taller. So those are three that I'm going to choose. So now it's designing my logo. And this is kind of really interesting because it's creating some options for me. And what's really good is when you do get this package, you get kind of a lot of logos that you can use for a variety of different things. So I don't even understand what that one says. So that's a big no. Okay, VM Club. VM Club, hard to read. No. 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 I don't even know what this is, right? So one of the things that you have to do is you have to go through and kind of think about, well, what is it that I'm doing? Where are we? And what do we have here? It's too hard. It's just too hard to read, right? It's too difficult. I don't even understand what this inverted V thing is and how that relates to anything that I've said. Maybe this one, but again, I'm not loving it. Ugh. And this possibly, but meh. So I don't really like any of these. I'm going to scroll for some more. It will exhaust them eventually. This does nothing for me. This does nothing for me. This does nothing for me. Meh. Again, not seeing anything that I really like in here. Look at this mess. Who could even read it? Crazy. Don't like this. Do not like this. No. Still searching for more. Yuck. Yuck. Don't even get it. Right? But these are lots and lots of designs that you can have a choice of. And I'm not liking really anything that they're coming up with for me right now. So what, oh wait, now maybe this. Now this maybe has some options for me. Let me see what else is here. I've been working on this for a while. So we have some things now that are coming that maybe might be nice. So I could do a love it. Meh, but kind of cool. Like I could go with that. I could maybe go with this, but I'm not convinced about the icon. I'm not convinced about this icon either. I do kind of like this guy. So now let's see what could happen if I'm going to customize this. And let's kind of see some of the things that we can do. So we've got this V. We've got this V. We've got this V. We've got this kind of fancy V. Now, see, the thing about it is, though, that I'd really like this to be VM in here. And I'm not sure I really can change that. Let's just see what happens. I want to change the name, too, because I'm like, this is a little weak for me. That is a little more like something I might like. So we're kind of getting there. I'm going back to the initial because I don't know, I don't think I can add. Oh, maybe I can. Oh, see, now we're getting there. Now let me go back to the styles. Oop, nope. Let me go back to. Now we have some more to look at, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, so now we're starting to get somewhere where I kind of am liking what's happening. So now, do I like that? This is kind of nice. 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 So there's a lot of things I like about both of these things here. I mean, I really like, there's a lot that I like here. I mean, I think this is kind of cool. I think this is kind of cool. I think this is kind of cool. I'd have to say I really still like the right one. So anyway, let's see what else we got here in terms of shapes. So I still like this square. This is kind of cool. That's kind of cool. But I prefer actually this one. I do. I really prefer that one. Let's see some colors that we could use here now, because this is the red and the white and the black. Not really my color palette. So let's see what we got here. I don't really like anything that they have here. Can I just choose a different color? Let's see. So what happens if we go here, which is very me because I like the orange. And the secondary one could be gray. It's kind of me. Like this one I kind of like. Now, here's a couple other ones that I did before that are involved in this as well. And, you know, this is, I'm not really loving this, to tell you the truth. This one I do kind of like. I'm feeling this one a lot. So I've saved it. And now, well, now I can kind of look a little bit to what I've got. So it's showing me my business cards. It's showing me what it would look like on the phone, which I think is kind of nice. And it does kind of feel like me, because it feels sort of like it's a combination now of the hand written and drawn with a very, very clean look here. So I'm going to hit finish. Okay. Now I'm going to say I'm finished, and we're going to see what we have going on here. So I don't really need all of this stuff. Because I have what I want with all of these things. So what I really would like to do is I just really want my logo. And I'm not sure how to get there right now because my business is up and running. Okay, high resolution logo files, JPEG and PNG, transparent and colored. Okay, so now we're trying to do monthly stuff. I don't want that. Nope. I don't like that at all. I really just want to buy my logo. So now I'm not sure if I can actually do that. And of course, my screen sharing is right on top of what I need to see. Let's see here if I can get that. So what I'm going to need to do, right, is let's see if I can go forward again. See if I can find anything out about this because I got the love it. I'm finished. Here's my account. So I would just really like to, so let's see if we can go to the Help Center. And what I would like to do is just purchase my logo. Interest. Well, let's see. How does pricing work? Let's see. So they've changed this whole thing to support. I'm sorry, to a subscription business. Let's go to my package info. What is the free logo sample? So you can get a high resolution version by subscribing. So let's see what the subscription is. I'd like to know why I need a subscription. So I'm just kind of looking at this. If you decide that you would only like to have the initial design files, you can simply cancel your subscription immediately after purchase. And by doing that, you are ensuring that you won't be charged again. See the extra features as a gift from us. Okay, so that is what I would do. So if I really do happen to love what I have here, I'm just making a note of this so you see me writing this down. I'm going to purchase the logo, and then I'm going to cancel the subscription. And that's where we're going to go with it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to my Restream page, I hope. here we are. And here I am live. And what I have been doing has been, hello, Neil, talking to you about branding. So, and this is really about getting your branding package and your branding logo. So let me just recap, because again, we're trying to keep these to 30 minutes and we have just a few minutes to go. So everybody needs a good logo, and what you want is you want a good logo package that you have the rights to, that you can utilize across all of your digital and print media. So you want a full package. Now, what I told you at the beginning was that when I did both my consultancy logo and my RoxAnne Lava Shoe logo, I actually used an online service, and that online service was Taylor Brands, and that's the one that I was just working with you. So if you just came on, what you will see is that when you go to Taylor Brands, you give some information about the name of your company, a tagline if you have it. You will then answer a few questions about what type of logo do I want to look at, what aesthetics do I have that I like. So you choose from a bunch, and then they'll give you a number of options. Once you go through all those options, you find one that you like, you can then manipulate those options a little bit. And so that is something that will really be something that will allow you to feel like you get your input and your personal aesthetics involved in what is going on with your logo. You can do it without a graphic designer. Now, Taylor Brands is by far not the only one available. So as I said, you can search for these in Google and you can find a number of different options. I'm just suggesting Taylor Brands because it's one that I have had good luck with, and that I've found simple to use, and that I've found reasonably priced. And so now what you can see is that with the subscription, it's different than what it was when I first started with them. But I got a brand package that was for print, and I got another 21 logos that would work across all sorts of digital media. So I'm going to, after we get off our chat today, I'm going to get into looking more into Taylor Brands and seeing what that subscription really is, how much it's going to cost me. But you've just seen me make this VM Club logo. And as I also said at the beginning of the chat today, as I've been discussing all summer, all roads are starting to lead me down a path for one business that I think is really going to work, although perhaps not. So, but what I've been doing in both my businesses is leading me to a model that in my consultancy I think is going to work super well. And then I think my shoe business is going to have to pivot kind of as we have discussed. So anyway, today, branding. Branding, you need a consistent logo that will work across all media. Remember that what that means is it may need to be in different configurations. So for example, a logo that is square or rectilinear or circular that is going to be used just as the logo, but then you also may need something that stretches out so that it could be used as an email sig or a banner. So you want to look for something that is versatile and that has renditions that can be used in different shapes and sizes. You want to also make sure that whoever's creating it for you is giving you a package that will be JPEGs and PNGs, because much of what you do across the digital world is going to request those. And you also want to make sure that it gives you a high-res version for print in case you need to have business cards or you need to have your stationery or invoices or whatever. So Again, the beauty of working with the online is you get to put in your input in some ways. As we saw with Taylor Brands, I got to choose the type of logo I wanted to look at. So icon, name, or initials. I tried all three of them before we arrived at the one that I showed you. And as you were watching me click through, you saw just how many I clicked through today. Now, I think how we arrived at where I arrived today is because I have two previous purchases from Taylor Brands. So they have sort of also a history of my kind of aesthetics and my kinds of choices. So that really helped. Once I got to the configuration that I liked, you saw that I was able to change the V to an M. You saw that it started to use some of my other sort of font feeling aesthetic choices to manipulate that V and that M. You also saw that I could change the font on VM-Club at the bottom, but I did like to stick with what they showed me. I think where we're at is that square that's on the diamond that has, it looks like it was hand drawn, the hand drawn VM with the very, very clean VM club at the bottom is great. Now what I've done is I want this to complement my Ono, which is my logo for my consultancy business, because the VM club is a part of Ono. So that is a very graphic black and white rectilinear image. So I think this VM plays very nicely off of that one. And the VM Club plays very nicely off of that one as well. So I feel really comfortable with the package that I've come up with today. And that means that I can get back to work setting up my VM Club, which is an exciting thing. And I'll talk to you maybe about the model for that next week's mission. So everybody have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being in, Neil. Always fantastic. And I'm hoping to see you IRL soon. Anyway, have a great day, everyone, and thanks for watching. And you guys go out there and create your own brand that you can really use. Take care. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.